Use the integral test to determine the convergence of this series. So as I look at this, first of all, to make sure that the integral test would apply, if I integrated this from 1 to b, and I let the limit have the limit as b goes to infinity, this would be x cubed e to the negative x to the fourth dx. Now requirements are this needs to be continuous. We can see it is. It needs to be positive, and we can see this is always positive, and it needs to be decreasing, and it's also that because we have this product, but exponentials will dominate over polynomials, and so this is going to be going to 0 faster than this one's going to be going to infinity. All right, now let's go ahead then, and as we look at this to see how we might integrate this, you might look at this and think it's going to be an integration by parts, but hold on a minute. If you look at this, e to the something when I'm taking a derivative is e to the something times the derivative of the something. So this would have generated an x to the third term. Oh, and that's sitting right there. So that lets me know u substitution. So u, we're going to have be negative x to the fourth. And so du is going to be negative 4x to the third dx, and we see we have the x to the third dx part, so we could divide both sides by the negative 4, and now we have our x to the third dx. Now I'm going to just work this as an indefinite integral with u and then resubstitute to apply my limits. So let's just do that right over here. So we're going to have the integral of, on my e part, I'm going to have e to the u, and then my x cubed dx is going to be negative 1/4 du. So here's my du, and we'll put the negative 1/4 out in front. So this is going to be negative 1/4 e to the u. So now let's go ahead and go back and put it back in terms of x. So we have the limit as b goes to infinity of negative 1/4 e to the negative x to the fourth. We're going to evaluate that from 1 to b. So we have the limit as b goes to infinity of negative 1/4 e to the negative b to the fourth plus 1/4 e to the negative 1. Now as we let b go to infinity, we see that this has a negative here, and so this whole thing is going to be going to 0, and so we would have 1 over 4e, which it converged to a finite value, and so because the integral equaled a finite value, then the series also converges.